across the river in Manhattan. With Charles Davis as always.
Game is played with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second and 11 now. Herbert. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give him much run after catch.
On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 24 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. 6 catches, 135 yards, and a touchdown.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now. Number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
2nd and 4. We'll give this one to Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, it's goes the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they were throwing pretty well. He ran exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. It's me and you. It's just me and you. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
We're scoreless after 1.
Let's go. Let's do this.
2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check.
Back to throw here. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Check time, check time. Check time. Hey, check.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their word space out to the 16. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're fine.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. this third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. The handoff, it's Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Herbert got his man. It's Williams. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
To the air again, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to hold it in.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Herbert. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And a It's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
He's going to look deep for more. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back in his own 3-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now Herbert following the turnover. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Short little throw to Ebron. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Herbert. To the right side to Eric Ebron. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33. And again this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring out the 4th down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10.
Check 55, Mike. I got you, son. I got you, son. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Short little throw to Ebron. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Herbert now. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
He'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
We'll see how they attack him here.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and he leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, nice move. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 9 now. Fights through him. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Chargers offense back onto the field. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert has it knocked free. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Even though this offense doesn't have to its name, they're not totally out of this game. With a touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them locked on their heels.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so ramped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chargers ready to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Herbert. And incomplete on a deep ball. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. For the shotgun, here's Herbert. Short little throw to Ebron. And he will be very close close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive. It would be a good touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end round. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Again, he'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have a Jets first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Back to throw.
Check. Watch the slap, watch the slap.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me...
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, we're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to his knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Herbert and the Chargers down 7-3, a little under 30 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Herbert gonna throw. Ebron with it over the middle. The Chargers gonna signal for the first of their timeouts. as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Herbert to throw. Pass complete to Ebron. Oh, and that a very short gain. They do get a first, but short pickups, not what they're looking for. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole a little bit, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school